Hi, it's Adele Michael, and I'm back with step number 7 in how to create a clear and compelling message for your business so that you stand out in the crowd, your ideal clients can hear you, and that you attract the clients and the income you desire and deserve and make the difference you want to make. So how do you stand out in a marketplace that's really busy, really noisy, and really crowded? How do you stand out? So I think there are 3 ways that I'd like to share with you today. And the first way is to value yourself and value your work. I think so many of us are really programmed and trained to criticize ourselves. Oh, I could have done that better. Oh, that wasn't perfect. Oh, gosh, I kind of missed that piece of what I wanted to do with that person. And so we forget to acknowledge and celebrate who we are. And in that way, we do not value ourselves and our work. We really value criticizing ourselves. I think so many of us do that it starts to appear that we value that more than valuing ourselves. So the first step in standing out is to value yourself and your work. And that can take some work. I know I've spent a long time with myself, and I also share the tools that I know with my clients to help them clear old past beliefs, old patterns of emotion and behavior and thought, and old programming. We didn't make it all up ourselves. Some of it we've made decisions about because from past experiences, but we've had help, from other people telling us who we are and what our value is. So clearing that is really important so that you come from a new space that you can create more from, rather than from being held down by old limitations and hidden beliefs that get in your way. So step number 1 is value your work and value yourself. So one of the things you can do starting today is to be kinder to yourself. So if you speak meanly to yourself, which I think a lot of us do, how would you speak to a friend or a child or a pet? If you were your own pet, how would you speak to yourself? Would you speak in a more kindly way? So that's a practice for that step. Step 2 is know the contribution that you are. And that sounds kind of strange. It's like, how am I contribution? Well, I've recently heard someone say that our job as human beings, our purpose as human beings, is to be a blessing to each other and to the earth. And if you're a blessing, then you are a contribution. And a blessing can be very, very, very small. I've made it a practice for several years now to try to connect with people that are serving me. So wait staff, people at a help desk, people online, on the phone, or online who are trying to help me get what I want. And it's really been remarkable because there really is a connection. I can see in someone's eyes, wow, you're the first person who has seen me today. And in my world, that is a contribution. And of course, I want to contribute to the people that I love, and the people that are my friends, and the people that are my clients and students. So, acknowledging and knowing what the contribution is that you are is something to look for. And sometimes it can take a while. I remember way back when I was first starting my practice as a hypnotherapist, and I was working with a woman named Peggy, who was just a delightful person, but she was kind of closed down. She had had some trauma in her early life, and that was playing out in her relationship with her husband. And so we did our work, and she, kind of went off, and we completed, and I didn't see her again, but she invited me to a party, and her husband was there, and he came up to me, and I was new at this, so I was kind of surprised me. He said, "Thank you for whatever you did with Peggy. She is a new person." So that was a contribution that I had made to Peggy, and Peggy shared that with the rest of her world. So it had the ripple effect, and that was great, and I was so grateful that I got to hear that feedback from her husband. So point number 2 is know the contribution that you are. And sometimes you might have to ask. I had a client recently say, should I do a survey of my current clients, like what I contribute to them? I said, yes, that's a great idea. Not only do you get the feedback of what you're actually contributing to them, but you can also find out how else they would like you to help them. So that's a great way to get feedback on how you're contributing to others. And it may be in ways that you don't even know. So that's the second point I want to make to you. And the third point is to be present. Be present. Whew, we live busy lives, and we are in our heads a lot, thinking about our to-do list and being concerned about what we're concerned about or who we're concerned about. So it's really easy not to be present. And so I'd like to introduce you to a practice that I learned from Rachel Jane Groover in The Art of Feminine Presence, and I am a certified teacher in that body of work. It's called the Head Bubble Power Center. So we'd just like you to notice how present I seem to be in both of these states. So the first state is I'm going to create a head bubble and think my thoughts. I'm going to be in my head or outside my head. I'm going to think my thoughts outside my head. And I'm going to tell you about my day. So my day has been pretty good, and we don't have any rain today. It's sunny, which is good because we just had a big storm come through. And got a lot to do. I have a lot on my to-do list, and I'm just kind of jazzing around. I don't know if you have those days where you just can't quite settle. So that's been my day so far. So it's in my head bubble, and I just want you to notice how you respond when I talk from there. Now I'm going to go down into my pelvic area in the middle of my pelvis, in the middle of my body. And if you do yoga or are familiar with the chakras, this is the second chakra. It's the second chakra power center. It's where we create from. So I'm going to put my awareness there. I'm going to settle back. So I'm already feeling a little bit more relaxed. And I want you to notice if you feel more related to me in this position. So, so the day is actually flowing pretty well. I got up early. Got everything I needed to do done early, and just kind of moving through my day and getting things done the way I want them to. And I'm here with you right now, which is so cool. And some big projects are coming together, and I'm actually having a great time. So, what did you notice different between that when I'm there in my pelvic chakra, my pelvic center, the power chakra, or in my head bubble? Did you notice anything different? I did. I felt more relaxed the second time. I was able to slow down a little bit and not be so stressed. So what happens when we do that, I think, is that we actually give other people our full attention. If you've got your to-do list and, oh my gosh, I'm concerned about this running through your head, it's really hard to be present to another person. And yet that is one of the greatest gifts we can give each other. I don't know if you know anyone who really listens to you, but when I have that experience, it's like, I am blown away. It is such a gift. So that's the third way to stand out, is to be present. Be in your body. Be in the moment. Be present. So those are the 3 steps towards step 7 of how to stand out in your business and in your messaging. So thank you for joining me for this series, and I look forward to hearing from you about how you're coming along with your clear and compelling messaging, and I will talk to you next time. And I would like to invite you to look at the Choosing Abundance event. we've just had Hurricane Florence come through, and there's still a lot of flooding and people very affected by the storm. And because of that, I've extended the early price discount on the Choosing Abundance event, which will be in October in Durham, where we'll go through these 7 steps to a clear and compelling message for 2 whole days in a small group of supportive colleagues, other women who have their own service-based business. If you go to choosingabundanceevent.com, you can read all about it. There's a place if you would like to talk to me about whether this is the right event for you. You can talk to me, and if you would like to go ahead and register, you can do that as well. So thank you again for watching, and I wish you a lot of prosperity in your business. And I personally think it starts with a really strong marketing message. So join me at choosingabundance.event.com if you would like to, and come to the event. And thanks for being here. And I wish you well.